Let's talk about enchants and free-to-play players. Hello, Lebians! Is this great? Hopefully having a great day. I'm having a great day. We're back today in Sword Fighter Simulator because I'm going to be going over enchants and free-to-play players. Because there's enough guides out there that talk about how to get enchants as a pay-to-win player with magic drops. So if you are a player that does not have magic drops and would like to know how to get more enchants and some tips I have for you, this is what we're going to be doing. So if you haven't already, please make sure you smash the like button, do the same subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. All that. Let's get right into it. So first things first, I'm going to get off this account, or I'm going to switch over to my alt account because, quite frankly, this is a pay-to-win account. This does not help any of you. So let me go ahead and switch on over to my alt account and we'll kind of go over some things that I have noticed over there. Welcome over to my free-to-play account, guys. So what we're going to be going over is enchants. So a few things to note with enchants. As a free-to-play player, you only have one weapon, a singular weapon, in order to get enchants on, which means you need to utilize it to its fullest. Meaning, you're going to want to be getting speed and power enchants. And how you're going to be getting those is going on over to Demon Hill and going on over here to the enchant station. So I would make sure that you are rolling for powerful, tiny, light even, and huge. I got a pretty decent huge on this weapon, so I kept it. Mighty, not necessarily brutal or slayer. And of course, if anyone gets God, that's always a big W. The other thing to note with being a free-to-play player is we need to have two types of weapons. And what I'm talking about is in reference to having my power weapon and I have a damage weapon. So this is my damage weapon down here. It is a Godly Sunblade. It has Icicle 2 and Christmas Spirit 3. Now, this would actually be something later on down the line I probably would move over to a main sword just because it has that big boost. These are enchants like this one I'm going to probably keep. This one I'm going to probably keep for a while. So you got to start looking at the enchants that what can I use later on down the line? What's going to be super helpful? This brutal super helpful, especially for clearing higher end areas or when I'm going and doing dungeon. So you got to start looking at what you need stuff for. Do you need power or do you need damage? And I would recommend while you are out and about in the world that you always be using power. Try not to use damage when you're killing the overworld mobs because if you start doing that, then you're going to be dependent on that damage. If you need damage, I already made a guide on how to work through your quests. So what I would do is go find two bosses like here in Demon Hill and I would go kill them. Now, the next thing to note is getting enchants as a free-to-play player. So it is kind of difficult to get enchanted weapons. Our only method is shards. So we have to get shards from raids or from doing dungeons. The other way you can get enchanted weapons, as I'm going to show you right here, is if there is a blood moon. This is a very, I'm surprised the amount of people don't know this. You can get enchanted weapons. Everyone can get enchanted weapons during a blood moon. That is even in the Trello. It has that as the description. Run around. I got a ton of free stuff. I got a ton of enchants. Are they all particularly good? No. But, I mean, free is better than nothing. I mean, a light 4. That's not bad. A light 3. A brutal 2. Power 2. Like, some of these aren't bad. And so, if later on down the line, I get, say, enough corruption shards and I want to move one over, I can do that now. Like, I would recommend doing that. Raids is kind of your biggest thing as a free-to-play player to go and do. I understand you can't get to every single zone. And I get that. I really do. Playing this account has kind of humbled me a little bit with the difference between free-to-play and pay-to-win. But this is something you kind of got to grind for. So what I did, Blood Moon started, I would immediately over here and I started killing stuff. The other thing you could do instead of going to spawn and killing stuff is go find your two bosses that you want to farm for Blood Moon, go sit on them. So one, you're getting boss credit because they're respawning super quick and you're gonna be able to get possibly enchanted weapons. Now it's a possibility, much like it's a possibility for people with magic drops to get enchanted weapons. But I mean, something's better than nothing, man. Now, another thing to note, I'm going to link this to another content creator. Boosted Maddie has this lovely video. I'm going to link in the description. I'll put it up on screen too for y'all to see. Go and check out his video. Okay. One, he kind of talks about enchants, broad spectrum, and he has a spreadsheet for enchants telling you which ones are good, which ones are bad. You can kind of customize them and kind of work through them. It's a really, really amazing tool, and I'd recommend everyone using it. Now, if you're like, I still don't get it. General rule of thumb with weapons: high speed, high power. Those are your two things you're looking for. You are looking for, as a free-to-play player, not a single enchant like some of the pay-to-win players. You need to start double downing. If you can get two, that's what you're looking for. So if you're free to play, remember, we're free to play. You need to have 2 enchants. So that's my big tip for y'all. I just kind of wanted to bring all that because I have a lot of free-to-play players that are like, oh, I can't get enchants. Well, I kind of wanted to tell y'all you can. You just got to put a little bit of work in, especially during those blood moons. Blood moon doesn't only just benefit the pay-to-win players. It benefits the free-to-play players. So if you're ever like, oh, blood moon doesn't do anything. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. You need to work. Plebs, if you have any questions about enchants, especially if you're a free-to-play player, please put them down in the comment section down below. Let me know if you found out anything new in this video, because apparently a lot of people didn't know about blood moon. I'm surprised. Oh, so thank y'all for making it to this part. I greatly appreciate it, and I'll see y'all next time.